Hey guys, today I'm doing my first book unhaul, which if you don't know what that is, basically I'm just going to be donating some books that I don't want anymore. I just went through my shelves and there's been books sitting around for ages that I've been meaning to give away, just for various reasons, so I'm going to show them to you guys. There's a charity shop just down the road from my house, so I'm going to pop down there after I film this and drop these off and maybe pick up some books from there to add to my collection. So there might be a haul coming after this unhaul, perhaps. We'll see, depends what they have. But yeah, I get a lot of my books secondhand, so I really like the idea of donating books to a secondhand store. The first three that I have are children's books that I picked up at a book sale, and it was like 3 for $1 or something like that, and there were just a couple from my childhood that I saw and hadn't seen since I was 8 years old or whatever, and wanted to reread them, so I bought them just to reread them, knowing that I would donate them back to a charity shop afterwards. So the first one is The Saddle Club by Bonnie Bryant. This is Hoofbeat and Riding Camp. So most of the Saddle Club books had like 2 books in one. It got made into an Australian TV show, which I really loved. I actually liked the TV show a lot more than the books. I read a few of the books, but I watched all of the TV show until they got new cast, because that was kind of weird. I reread it and enjoyed it, but it's not something that I'd ever pick up and reread again. The second one is a book called Go Horatio by Pat Quinn. This I didn't realise at the time when I read it when I was a kid, but it's by a New Zealand author, and it's about a girl who gets a cat and she actually wanted a dog to do agility with. I really liked this book and we had a black cat, so I reread this and actually really didn't enjoy it because it's definitely a kid's book, and the narrator of the story is really irritating just because she's a kid and, you know, a little bit bratty and stuff. But I'm glad I reread it because this is one of my favourite books when I was a kid. I used to get it out from the school library once in a while. So yeah. The next one is a book by Louise Renison. This is Are These My Bazoomas I See Before Me? It's the Fab Final Confessions of Georgia Nicholson. So this is one of the sequels to Angus Thongs and Perfect Snogging, which I really love the movie of that. I read, I think, the whole book series, and this was the final one, which I actually hadn't read, so I got this at that book sale and read it, and it was enjoyable. I really like these books, but I don't want to buy like the whole series. I have the first 2 books in one, and I've still got that one just because that's what the movie was based on, and I really love the movie, and I rewatch the movie all the time, but I don't really want to own the whole series, so there's no point in me owning the final book in this series. It's not something I'd ever read again, but I did really enjoy reading it, and I'm glad I got to finish off the series. They're quite funny, and it's written in like a diary sort of format, so that was enjoyable. And this cover's so cool. It's like so reflective and foily. Then I've got some non-fiction books. One of them, which I kind of feel is almost a little bit blasphemous giving this away, but it's my pocket dictionary in Thesaurus. I got this when I was an intermediate. It was like a compulsory book that we had to have, and I just haven't reached for it since then, pretty much, because I just don't have any use for this with modern technology. There's just no point. Dictionary apps and Google and spell check and all that sadly just don't have any use for this. Another one is the New Zealand Red Cross Essential Emergency Care for First Aiders. I did a first aid course a few years ago and I've never picked it up for any reason, so I'm just going to donate this and hope that someone finds it more useful than I do. And then the final book is How to Look Good Naked by Gok Wan. This was a TV show. Me and my mom used to watch it when I was probably in my teens, and it's kind of about fashion and dressing for your body shape and that kind of thing. There was like a event at a mall, and if you spent a certain amount you got given this book for free, so I just happened to get it for free. I don't find myself wanting to like look through it or anything like that, so I'm going to donate it and hope that someone else can enjoy it more than I have. So yeah, that's it for my book unhaul. So that's 6 books that I'm getting rid of off my shelf. So this is quite possibly the only book unhaul that I'm ever going to do, because all the rest of my books I've gone through and I'm happy with keeping all of them, and I don't anticipate ever picking up books that I'm going to want to unhaul again. Like I say, I only really buy books if I'm sure that I like them. I tend to read books from the library first and I'll buy them after that if I really enjoy them. So I don't anticipate doing many book unhauls in future, but I hope you guys enjoyed this one anyway, and like I said, there might be a haul if that charity shop has any good books that I want to purchase. So look out for that if that's going to be a thing, and thanks for watching this one, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you with my next video. Bye.